Supporters of the Carmel Christkindlmarkt want the city council to investigate the mayor's firing of its board members. News 8's government reporter Garrett Bergquist explains why it comes down to a question of ownership.
Workers already are preparing the buildings for this year's Christkindlmarkt, but a fight is brewing over who owns it.
My two fellow board members were terminated. I was asked to stay on the board, and the meeting was ended at that point.
That was on October 3rd. McDermott resigned the next day. Mayor Sue Finkam had just chosen McDermott and her colleagues that January. McDermott says they were told to find a way to make the Christkindlmarkt financially independent.
It's more over who owns it. I think the financial questions are more of a diversionary topic.
The nonprofit Carmel Christkindlmarkt Inc. runs the show. McDermott says the nonprofit is independent but runs the festival on behalf of the city. City officials say the new leadership will determine how to use the festival's revenue to benefit both the Christkindlmarkt and other city needs. Here's what Finkam had to say at the October 7th City Council meeting.
Although the goal is to have a more independent market someday, until we get clarity on its financial position and ability to reimburse the city for some of the estimated $1.5 million in annual expenses, that's not possible. And that was discussed repeatedly.
McDermott says Finkam only asked for financial data once and got it. She says Finkam never gave any indication she was missing something. Finkam's office would not make her available for an interview. They offered a statement saying she wanted to gain a full understanding of market financials and how much taxpayers subsidize the event. Finkam says the city is not taking over Christkindlmarkt.
Since its inception, the market has existed as, and I quote from founding documents, a wholly controlled subsidiary that is supervised, operated, and controlled by the city, existing for the sole benefit of the city of Carmel.
McDermott says neither she nor her fellow board members ever found any documents with that wording in them. City council members tell me they haven't been able to find that document either. Council members say it's up to the city council president whether to launch a formal investigation. So far, there's been no movement toward one. McDermott is not among those calling for an investigation, but she says changing the Christkindlmarkt's ownership could threaten its tax-exempt status.
The benefit of having a nonprofit supporting organization is that it allows the city of Carmel to provide this wonderful market for its citizens and community. It's not just a benefit to the community from an activity or event perspective. It's an economic driver.
The next city council meeting is scheduled for October 21st. Both city council members and former members of the Christkindlmarkt board tell me they expect more people will speak about the ownership issue then. On Carter Green, I'm Garrett Bergquist for Wish TV, wishtv.com, or follow us on Facebook for updates.